What is the deal, beautiful people?
Hi there.
My name is Ramon.
And I am Tuan.
In the building with the Oppo Find 7. Terrible name.
Horrible name.
And let's dig in here. First is the design.
It's pretty what is that? HTC 8X ish.
Yeah. It resembles it does like the curvature. It kind of resembles like a Nexus 5 type.
Same.
That panda look, like the black bezel in the front, white in the back.
Sir, did you refer to the phone as a panda?
What do you want me to do? I like the notification light on the bottom.
Yeah, skyline.
Whatever, yeah, the way it illuminates out. That's dope.
Right.
Oh, the design is fine. I think it's dope.
Okay. Well,
attractive looking phone.
The operating system, on the other hand, is
yeah, that's pretty ugly. We'll probably talk about get into that one later. Then it's the display. That's like the big thing with this phone, or one of the big things.
Yeah.
It's a 5.5 inch display. How big is your 1520?
My 1520 is 6 inch.
God damn. So this is a Note. This is the size of a Note 3.
It's the size of a Note 3 in numbers, but it's actually longer. It's kind of like the 8X. I'm sorry, I keep saying 8X. The HTC One,
right?
Versus
right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got you. So,
an iPhone. Yeah, right.
So, this thing comes with a Quad HD, is what they're calling this.
QHD,
1440p display, or some otherwise known as 2K.
2K, or
for the ambitious fan
1K. Yeah.
No, it's 2K. 1K, I think, is what they unofficially call regular HD. I don't know these numbers right now. I really pay attention to this crap.
We're getting sick of numbers on this channel, so if you hear us downing numbers, that's where we're coming from. Yeah. So
2560 by 1440.
Right.
Sporting like a 535. No,
535.
No, 300. I'm sorry, 350.
There's numbers again.
Pixel per square inch or PPI density. Like it's pretty insane. All this translates to is it's probably the best looking display you've seen on a phone, or anything that small in your life.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in person, but I would like to see what that looks like, because I think, particularly my HTC One, the display on that thing is gorgeous.
It's pretty decent, but I mean, that's what's the specs on that? I mean, as far as it's not an HD. It's what is it? 720?
No, it's 1080.
It's 1080.
Yeah, I think the HTC One had the highest pixel density for a while.
Okay, all right, because really. I am understanding that pixel density is actually what makes up the quality of a device.
It can, yeah.
You know, you don't have the jaggeds.
Pixel density.
Yeah.
If you take like the video on YouTube, right?
Right.
And you watch it the normal size, that's fine.
But when you expand,
right? If you expand it, it obviously doesn't look as good.
Right.
But the big thing about pixel density now is, let's take the video and make it even smaller.
Right. Then
it starts to look super good.
Yes, it does.
That's the pixel density effect.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's a big deal to some. The more you can cram in there, the better. Whatever. Some people are sensitive to that stuff. The performance, the hardware under the hood of this thing is actually the other side of the coin here. Why people are going bananas for this. The 801, the Snapdragon 801, and there's two versions of this phone we should mention. Is the poor man's version,
the bullshit,
which we will not speak of,
and
then there's the real deal.
So everyone is talking about the real deal.
Yeah, the poor man's version is a 1080p.
But mind you, that's not to take anything away from the poor man's specs. It's spec wise, spec wise across the board.
Yeah,
but fuck that.
Yeah,
No.
You don't want the poor man's version.
Give me the gusto.
So, the big boys got the 801 Snapdragon, which is the big deal now. Yeah. Everything's coming with the 801.
Pretty much.
And I think a lot of the hype around this phone was how a lot of the specs leaked and how Oppo himself teased a lot about it. So now that it's actually coming to market, the specs aren't as big of a deal as they were like 6-7 months ago when we started hearing about it.
Right, because it was, the hype was just, it was just too much hype.
Yes, and it's spec nice, like it's cutting edge. So you get the 801, but there's also, you know, the Galaxy 5, is it?
Right,
it's coming with the 801. The new HTC 8, the HTC M8. One M8.
Yeah,
that's coming with the 801. Mm-hmm. Whatever new phone, the flagship Nokia is rolling out is gonna have the 801. So it's not like it's some fairy tale spec, but it does its job.
Right.
3 gigs of RAM, which is pushing it.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of phones come with 3 gigs of RAM these days. So that
no phone that I recall.
I think there's one.
Maybe the Samsung.
Nah, the Samsung.
It all was 2.
Did the Note 3 have 3 gigs? I'm drawing a blank. Something out here is running around with 3 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
So wow, that's pushing it.
They're clocking it at 2.5.
I believe so. Who cares what they're clocking this shit at?
Yeah, because you'll overclock it anyway, and you probably burn out your processor, or your battery life will suck now. So,
speaking of battery life, a 3,000 milliamp battery.
Exactly that. Okay, let me say this correctly. It from 0 to 75, it'll charge in a half hour.
Yeah, this rapid charge and fire thing they got built in there.
Right, but my question is, how fast does it decrease in charge? It's an Android device. I mean,
well, somebody will find out.
Yeah. If you guys out there in YouTube land know, managed to get your hands on an Oppo Find 7, let us know.
Somebody will find out. Then there's the camera. There's been some controversy behind this because the rumor was 50, right? And it's a 13 megapixel sensor,
right?
So here's the deal: it's a Sony.
Its design is something who they created the sensor,
right?
Yeah.
So it's a 13 megapixel sensor, but it can produce 50 megapixel images. And the way it achieves that is it takes multiple shots and then sort of stitches them together, overlays them, and then boom.
That's what most people like. It's trickery.
It is.
It renders a pretty decent shot.
I'm sure it does.
Of course, now there's your 41 megapixel shooter that's natural born 41 megapixels,
and then samples it downward to get it to cram the quality. So it's different ways. This is why I like the HTC One, the camera, because it's a different way to achieve
ultra pixels
to achieve a different
fucking Tin Man, sir. You always revert back to the Tin Man.
It's dope technology,
I guess. For a Tin Man. What was he looking for?
What?
A heart? No. It's courage, a brain, and
was it The Wizard of Oz?
Yes, sir.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen The Wizard of Oz?
No, it's not my generation.
Carry on, sir. This man. Uncouthness, sir.
So software-wise, I don't know. I don't like the UI. They're custom. They should have just left this thing stock Android.
Yeah, but you know what? I believe that people come out with their overlays and their tweaks and their gimmicks because sometimes it's just not worth it to hand your device over to Google. I mean,
they already paid for the Android license. Well, it's supposed to be free, but you're not handing it over to Google.
I think that you are. I mean, okay, so you're coming out with a device. It's spec to be godlike, and now you have Google. Now the fanboys would propel this device to the top, but I feel like it's like you're turning your life over to Google and you might not want a Google experience.
That's the best experience though.
Really?
You tell me one Android phone that's shipped with its own skin that's better than stock Google.
No way. Yeah, I know it's not.
Sense is less of a catastrophe than it was in the years
since
we knew it. But my XDA developer years. But Sense is still not as good as...
Listen, I said Sense not because I thought it was better, but because I reached into the bowels of my ass and decided to pull out HTC, because I think HTC is a... You know what? I don't think they're a dying company, because when that Windows device comes... I don't know, Nokia. But anyway, this device is look, the specs are what they are. I guess the hideous looking, skin, if you will. It's hideous. There are some little tweaks. You can hold the power button and do something like this. Gestures. That they're getting that from Samsung in a way.
Gimmicks. Stop selling gimmicks. Sell a phone.
I mean, but it's a gimmick that you don't have to use, and it doesn't affect the device.
But if I don't have to use it, then don't sell it to me. I'm buying something I want to use.
Yeah, but really, it's priced. Now, they're talking, what, $599 for the high-end, the QHD? I mean, look, really, you're getting a QHD display.
I'm buying a display. I'm not buying the ability to hold down a volume button and wave a wand.
Exactly, but you got to see what they're doing. They're throwing the gimmicks in, free. But you're paying for the processor.
That is the downfall of humanity.
It's a 3 gigabyte.
Things that are free, people feel the need to have it.
Well, if it's free, it's for me, sir.
There you go. There you go.
But
all of TouchWiz was free.
Son,
look where that got you.
Well, I wouldn't give TouchWiz away if it came with a gold watch.
But they threw it in for free.
Well, what are you gonna do?
There you go.
That's Samsung for you.
I'm rocking out with this.
Yeah, I think that, like, really, I guess it's wishful thinking. If it comes out for Windows, oh God.
Yeah, that's a different story. Yeah.
Son.
You can wake me up when that happens. Now I'll pay attention. But until then, enjoy your Oppo 7 or Oppo Find 7 Android Army.
And it's not coming... Well, they're saying that it's not coming with Kit Kat. It's actually coming with Jelly Bean.
Yeah, that's also the problem. Part of the problem with them skinning it. Because they have to test their UI for each version of Android.
Yeah.
Their features. Versus if you just left it stock Android... It would have got updated when Google pushed out whatever.
Well, I'm sure the Google fanboys will root this phone immediately.
I'm done. You know how many hours of my life I spent on XDA developers in my younger days?
Yeah.
I'm done.
And between the hours from your younger days and the bricking of your older days, that makes up for a lot of man hours.
I'm done. But this is dope.
It is. I'm rocking out with it as well.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon. Quick reminder, check out the website, man. Oh, we've got so much content over there for you. Fashion, technology, cars, everything auto, entertainment, tons of new music. Every week we drop new content. And of course, you've got the editorials, whatever's trending. Hey, lifestylesdefined.com. Make sure you check that out. And while you're at it, don't forget about Ignorant Gamers, everything gaming. That's how big gaming was to us. We just had to separate it. So you got your PlayStation, you got your Xbox, your PC, and even something in there for you Nintendo people. Tons of reviews, tons of gameplay, articles, blogs. Check us out, ignorantgamers.com, lifestylesdefined.com. I'm out of here. Peace.